Hey guys, how we doing here? So good morning. We're going to be doing a little series, more or less, of how to get started on Elmcreek um, without really having to spend a lot of money on farming equipment and silos and everything else. This is just going to be to kind of help you guys get started with building up money so that you can support the farm and buy equipment and get crops and so forth. But it's going to be a little unorthodox. What we're going to do is we're actually going to end up buying this land here, and we're going to start off with just chicken coop and some greenhouses. All right, and you can make a lot of money with both of those with minimal expense. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. So we're going to go over here and we're just going to pick a little simple farmhouse. Get into the construction mode here. And just going to do something pretty basic. Just going to do a little trailer again to cut down on expenses. I'm just setting down a simple house here. We can eventually swap it out and upgrade the house. Not too worried about it. So we'll... Oh yeah, I gotta buy the land. Forgot about that. Brain fart. So we're not doing any cheats in this either, by the way. There's absolutely no active mods that I absolutely have to have other than my standard HUD hider, things like that. I'm not doing any cheats whatsoever. We maybe consider doing some subsidy, which is built into the game. It's basic cross-play subsidy, government subsidy signs you can put up to try to earn yourself some money for the game. But I'd like to try not to do that so I can show you some really easy ways to get this. Hey Dakota, good to see you, buddy. So we're gonna go ahead and, like I said, just get the absolute minimum basics here to get started, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to get started and make money with just a couple of greenhouses and maybe a chicken coop, because I know a lot of times people are not sure exactly how to get started, and this is one of the easiest ways that I've been able to come up with. That's all right, Dakota, not a problem. You know, we all have family, we all have lives, and that's completely understandable. I just appreciate you stopping by when you can. Really. So, yeah, what we're gonna do here is we got this farmland, we got this farmland over here. So this is a pretty nice flat plot, this one. So I like to start off right here on this plot because it is nice and flat. So let me see how much I can make this. I'm trying to think. Do I want to make it all gravel? Yeah, I can paint it up after. So I'm going to make this all gravel as much as I can. can worry about painting it up afterwards. There we go. All right, excellent. So we have our base here, more or less, and now we go back into construction again, and we want to get into animals, or I should say production, excuse me, and greenhouses. Again, they're 10,000. So usually what I like to do is set a greenhouse. Let me see, water. We'll go ahead and set. How do I want to do these? All right, so I'm gonna put one right here. Then I'm gonna put another one back to back right here, hopefully. Yeah. And then we'll do a couple more. And you'll see why I'm kind of doing this in just a little while. Okay. All right. So we just spent 40,000. Now what we got to do is we got to get basically a basic tractor. Okay. We're going to get a watering tanker so that we can fill these up. And we're also going to get a low rider trailer, a flatbed auto load. That's basically going to be it for the greenhouses. We'll get started with the greenhouses first because they will produce relatively quick with minimal expense, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So we've got $283,000 in the bank right now, and we're going to go in here and we're going to get just a basic large tractor. One of my favorites, to be honest with you, is the 8RT. It really is one of my favorites. I know it's a little bit of an expensive one, but I'm gonna save this for later. But you'll see why I really like that tractor at a later time. We've only got $283,000, and we don't need a giant tractor for what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to go to the small tractors, and I'm going to go up here with probably, I don't know if I want Kloss. I really like the 6Ms. Even the T6s are nice. So I'm going to go with the T6, and I'm actually going to go with I believe the thin. Does it have the? Yeah, narrow. There we are. It does have the narrow tires, and I like the narrow tires. Go with the bigger engine setup. Spend a little extra. $127,000. We own it. Done. That's down at the shop. Now what we want is that tanker for the water. And that's going to be under, I believe, no, animals, yeah. So we got this one here, this holds 7,300, 8,000. See, I don't understand, this is 700 liters difference, guys, seriously. So 700 liters difference. But the price is astronomically different. It's almost 3 times what the original cost is. So I just gotta shut this. I hate the interruptions here, but I'll just have it on just in case kids are out. So I'm just going to go with the Joskin. It's really the best buy. And then finally, the last thing we're going to get is the, typically, I gotta load it in actually, but there's the Bremer auto load trailer, which I need to activate and load in. It's going to be the best way to manage these pallets. And I'm going to show you how easy that is to deal with those. The only thing I've got to do real quick is I've just got to reload the game, save it and reload the game, and just get that Bremer auto load trailer added in, which I did forget to do. So that's on me, guys. So we're just going to save real quick. We're going to quit the game, and then I'm going to reload it really fast. So it's going to go dark here for a second. And then the game's going to reload. Thank you. Alright. Okay, so we're going to go back in here, choose career. Alright, so now I just got to find the Bremer autoloader. I believe it's right down here. Yep, there it is. So this is the auto load. That's what I forgot to bring in. My fault. But easy enough to fix. Should load up here in just a second. Okay. And we're right back at it. So come down here to the low loaders, and there it is. Auto load 10G. Hit buy. So after all of the expenses that we've got, guys, this is the biggest thing to keep in mind. I still have $136, almost $137,000 left, and we're set with what we need. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start the engine, and we're going to go ahead and pick up the water tanker, because we certainly don't need the low rider yet, because we don't have any stuff ready. So another thing I like to change here for the engine, start and go. There we go. There. So we go forward or backwards. So now what we're going to do, guys, we're going to ride over here. I like these windows. You can see clearly out of them. We're going to run over here to the pond, and we're going to fill up. Oh, this is the wrong turn, actually. Don't mind me. I'm going to drive over the sidewalk. Got to go to the right. Whoops. That's not where I want to go. I'll show you where the pond is. I took a wrong turn. You can see it on the mini map. The pond is going to be right there on my left because it's on the way back to the field. I could have gone to the other one across the street from the shop, but this is a lot easier to get to. We are almost there, and I can fill up with water for free out of the pond. So you back up. There we go. fill up. Once we get filled up, we can go back to the barn, and it doesn't cost us any money to fill up here at the pond. And typically you can fill up here even in the winter time. The water moves around a lot so it doesn't freeze. So we're gonna go back to the shop. Just down the road here. And fill up some of our greenhouses. We're gonna be making a few trips here, no doubt, but once we get going, if we can get to the point where we can afford a little water tanker here, it does cost, I believe it's $730 to fill up every time with a water tank. So you got to keep that in mind. It's going to cost you $730 to fill up if you put down a water tank here on the farm. Right now I want to minimize the expenses, so I want to just get this started and just get one load of water in each greenhouse, and then get the lettuce started and get it going so that we can start getting some money coming in instead of going out. So we're going to make another trip back, get some more water. And you're going to see how easy this is to really get started, make some money, get some money coming in. Lettuce, between the tomatoes, strawberries, and lettuce, the lettuce is really going to be the best option. It's going to make you the most money out of all three. Okay, here we are. We're going to just back right in. I'm going to straighten out a little bit. Made too sharp of a turn there. Fill up again. I like being able to fill up without costing any money, at least to start out with. I know that there's always going to be expense in starting anything, but if you can cut costs and you drive a little bit, so be it, really. I mean, it's a very short drive to get water. All right. It's very effective, so you gotta look at your income, your expenses. We start out with 500,000, so put down a trailer, bought the land, which was 156,000 and change, put down the trailer, put down $40,000 worth of greenhouses, get the equipment, the tractor, the water tank, the flatbed, and you're ready to rock and roll. The rest of this money is going to be for operational costs for right now, and that's what we want. So, gonna unload the water. Just gonna kick off my shoes here and get a little comfortable, guys. Bear with me. Okay. There, that feels a lot better. So how's things been, Dakota? I know you said you've been busy. What's going on? Hopefully it's nothing urgent or medically related or anything like that. Hopefully it's just normal everyday stuff. Good to have you back in chat. Also decided not to go with any green screen today. Going real. Have the background of the house behind me. That green screen's been kind of giving me some problems lately, so I figured just go ahead and have the background and call it good. Even got my coworker here with me. Right, Rocky? Huh? Right, buddy? Yes. Yes. All right. Let's go get these other two. I got 2 greenhouses completed so far with some water, so we can get started. And I got 2 more greenhouses to go. I just got 1 more trip, and then what we're going to do is we're going to start the production for lettuce. And in no time we'll be able to pick up some pallets and see what kind of pricing we can get and start making some money. We are going to have to speed up some time for that to occur, but that's all right. I think we can make that happen. All right. So we just got that 1 more tanker to fill up, and we can expand on the water and so forth when we're ready at some point. Not too concerned about it right now. So we got 1 more trip to make, and then we can casually ride and fill up the water. I just want to hurry up and get this started so that it starts processing, because we're not making any money and we're just wasting time. And I want to show you it's pretty easy to get started. Just if you're new to the game, you just don't know all these little hacks and tricks to get started, so it can be a little confusing in the beginning. Do I jump right into fields? Do I buy a harvester? You don't have to right now, because you got limited funds and it can be a little overwhelming right from the beginning. So why blast all your money out and then all of a sudden you find out, okay, you've got all these expenses now. You have no money coming in because you got to wait a whole year or close to it before your crops are even going to be ready. So you've got no money coming in the meantime, in the winter. So that's what these greenhouses are going to help you with, because in the wintertime you can't harvest anything. Alright guys? So these greenhouses are going to be your lifeline in the wintertime. So the minute you load in the game, this is one of the first things you should do. At least put a couple down. 4 is going to give us a fair amount of lettuce. You can start out with 2 if you don't want to do 4. You can start out with 6 or 8, whatever you want. It's completely up to you and what you want to manage. But I've seen some people start out with 8, just like I have set. They buy this field, They put two down, and then they put two more, and then two more on the other side. So they have 8 greenhouses, and they just manage all 8 of them. That'll definitely get you through the winter. The downside is when you start getting bigger and you start buying more land, you start doing harvesting, you don't have as much time to spend on the greenhouses, you're probably going to have to sell them off. That's the downside. Okay, so we got the water started here. So now we want to go in to your production chains, and you can see I have the 4 greenhouses here. So I want to activate the lettuce, and as you can see, there's 7,300 liters in each house. So you want to activate the lettuce, 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 and lettuce. So all these are activated, and now it's going to start storing the lettuce in all of these. It is going to take a little time for this to build up. So what we want to do is now we want to just finish topping off the water. And again, I want to keep our expenses down, so I'm going to go get the free water until they are all full. We're just going to keep making trips back and forth. The only thing this is going to cost me is fuel, and it's not going to be that much. I do have this set on hard setting. I do have all of the crops turned on so that there's crop destruction, there's weeds, random plowing will be required, lime, everything is turned on. I want this to be a hard setting so that even on the hard setting, you guys know that this is absolutely doable without a problem. Nothing worse than buying a game and trying to get started and not knowing how to get started, and then get frustrated because you start farming, you think you're doing okay, and then you get a whole bunch of unexpected expenses, whether it be leasing costs, maintenance costs, repair costs, whatever it is, and now you're running out of money and you can't make it fast enough and you're not sure why. You're on the hard setting. They don't have very good pricing on the hard setting for even, lettuce or soybean, sunflower, oils, things like that. The pricing is very low. So you're not going to make a ton of money as if you were on easy mode. But if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, right? So I do have it set on the hard mode so that we can show you that you can still be successful here. And it's probably going to take you the first year to get started up on everything and be able to have enough money to sustain yourself. And like I said, you can keep the greenhouses so that you can manage them in the wintertime. The trick is just keeping them full of water. That's really going to be your trick. You just got to check on the water levels and make sure they're topped off. Otherwise, you're going to kill your lettuce crops and you're going to have to start over again when you add water. If they're almost at the full stages of growth but you run out of water, they do die, and you have to fill it up with water and it starts the lettuce growth over again. But whatever you do have stored that is fully grown will be available to you, but it'll basically stop the production of lettuce when you run out of water. So you don't want to run out of water because you don't want to stop the production. Like I said, this is going to be your lifeline through the winter, because as you get bigger, you're going to have maintenance costs, you're going to have just regular costs for operational costs on some things, and you got to pay for those. So unless you've got a few $1 million in the bank just collecting dust, you're going to have some kind of income, because I can tell you this bank account at 136,000 would empty out relatively quickly through the winter time if I had costs for building costs. If I had a chicken coop and I had to maintain the building, and I also have to maintain the equipment, and I have to buy the food for the chickens and so forth, it costs a fair amount of money, and that's just for chickens. Now you throw in buying fields or leasing fields, which is now an option. It's going to cost you money. So you want to make sure you've got money coming in on a regular basis. Lettuce, chickens, eggs, from the chickens I should say, that is the best way to go, to start out with anyway. I've tried some other ways. They don't work that well. I really had to struggle for a while before I could get some equipment to actually farm with, and I want to try to help you guys reduce that frustration so that you can just enjoy the game. Alright, so this first greenhouse is full, so we're gonna work on this one now. Go get some more water. I don't think that little creek down there will supply any water for me. I've tried to get water from it and I can't. It's not deep enough. Closest place is this pond down the street. But like I was mentioning with the fields, you can lease fields now. You don't have to buy them. This is a recent update with Giants. I was really looking forward to them coming out with this option, because in reality, in farming, for people who are trying to start out and build up a farm, or they get a new farm and they need some fields, they don't have all the money to buy the fields. They just don't have it. So now there's an option to lease, and I believe it's actually updated on the game now. So if you click on farmland and you click on, say, field 41, yeah, see, it hasn't updated yet on my game, but you have the option of buying. So they don't have the option of leasing updated yet. I think that might be coming out with there's a update version 1.3 coming out soon, and I believe that option is going to be coming out in the game, because I haven't seen the lease option, but I've heard that it is active now. So it'll say, yeah, see, it tells me you don't have enough money to buy it, and that's perfectly fine. Whoops. And I clicked on the wrong thing. Surprise, surprise. So we're gonna get back in here. That's what I get for trying to be fancy. Oh well. Sorry about that, guys. Been a little bit since I messed up a stream a little bit, so it's entertaining, right? Jump right back in. Hey Eric, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Just going through the motions here and showing some folks that may have just downloaded the game and trying to figure out how to get started, and probably running into some issues with either running out of money or trying to figure out how to pay for things. And just giving them some different options here to get started. Showing them you can get started with 3 or 4 greenhouses, sell some lettuce, start building up some good money. How are you doing today, Eric? Alright, so we got that. Gotta get some more water. Well, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate you stopping by and saying hello. You are welcome anytime, sir. Awesome. Appreciate you. And of course, as usual, if anybody has any questions about anything, if we have any new players in here, feel free to ask me any questions in chat. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Rule number 2, don't drive the tractor into the pond. At least all the way. Here, nobody's coming. Oh, is that a deer? Is that a deer? Yeah, there's deer there. Cool. Thought I saw some deer. All right. Nice thing I like about Elmcreek is even if you have the traffic turned on, the traffic is not overwhelming. And I like that. Gives me the ability to, you know, have that small town, hometown feel. You're doing great. It's a funny week without internet streaming. You miss it. You haven't had internet this week? Are you out of town or something, or did something going on locally?
Shut up and sit down.
Glad to hear you're doing well. Oh, that one's thirsty. Alright, let's make another trip. Got one lunch, 4 likes. Cool. I don't normally stream midday, but figured I'd try it out on a Sunday. Figured there might be some folks hanging around that just want to check out a few streams. Figured there might also be some new folks out there looking for some fresh content to get some assistance or guidance on how to get started. It's a little something new that I'm trying, because there wasn't much out there when I started playing Farming Simulator, and I just didn't know how to do certain things whether it be something to do with the cattle, the cows, or the sheep, the chickens, any of those animals. Um, there wasn't much of a help menu, and you didn't know how to do anything, so you weren't sure what to do. Um, it was a whole lot of trial and error, lot of frustration, and that's what I want to try to cut down on, honestly. Um, I know the fun part of any game is learning how to play it, but you don't want to get frustrated to where you have to like literally get up and walk away from the game. That's no fun. I'm sorry. I don't think that's fun. I do like the challenge of figuring things out to a certain extent, but getting frustrated with a game to the point where you just don't want to play it for the rest of that day or whatever, no. Unstable, Monday to Thursday all over. Tried to reboot the router, but it got fried. Oh no. Got a new one plus extra backup line in my studio yesterday. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, that unfortunately can happen when you're trying to get your internet up and running and you end up rebooting equipment. It can unfortunately fry your modem. But I'm glad to hear you back up, Eric. And you got a backup too, so that's good. I have a full-time job working for the company that I get my internet service from, so I typically don't have to worry too much about my internet connection. They try to keep me stable so that I can work Monday through Friday, and that leaves me the evenings to go ahead and evenings and weekends, I should say, to go ahead and stream, which is nice. Alright, nobody's behind me. I really do like the T6. It's a good little tractor. Especially for this. Alright, hammer down. Should be topping off here. Yeah, there we go. That's topped off. So we just got 2 more to just make sure that we can fill up here. Let me see which ones they are. I think it's going to be this one. Yeah. Okay, so we got another load to go grab for that one. Spent way too much on my studio, so it was nothing to think about. Get a new one. True. Yeah, if you've got literally an investment like that, you want to protect that investment. So I don't blame you, Eric. It's nice to see somebody with the name Eric spelled the same way mine is. My real first name is Eric, E-R-I-K. So it's nice to see somebody else spelling it the same way. Yeah, I don't have room for a studio. As you can see behind me, you know, we live in a two-bedroom apartment, so um, usually I have a green screen on, but every now and then I like to keep it real. I like to have the background. If family members walk by, you know, um, I just like to keep it real so that my audience knows that, hey, you know, he's a pretty good guy, pretty down to earth, straightforward, you know, yeah, you see everything and everyone behind me. Um, I just like keeping it real from time to time. Change it up a little bit. We are almost done topping off the water here. And we'll have lettuce in no time, guys. Oh, it was with a C, but changed it to a K when you came to Norway. That's probably a good idea. Uh, Gotta love the Scandinavian spelling. So, yeah. Uh, I was named after that because my mother and father, they mother was mostly Scandinavian and French, and my father was German. So, um, went ahead and wanted it with a C. So, I mean, excuse me, with a K. So that's where I got mine at birth, E-R-I-K. We should, if I'm doing my calculations correctly, 3 more trips and I'll have the water done. So, not bad, considering I have the fuel on high volume, high output. I really haven't used all that much fuel to get this free water, guys. So this is why I say this is a great way to get started if you're brand new to the game and you're just trying to get going and get some money coming in. This is a great way to do it. How long have you been in Norway now, Eric? I think there was a car coming, but he's in the other lane. Yep. I didn't want to hit him. So we got that topped off. You were 7, you're 41 in May. Wow, nice. Alright, let's take a look. So that's full, that's what I'm filling, that's full, and that's full. So, nice. Okay, so 7,000. Yeah, so I think if I'm doing the math right, we should be able to get that filled off. filled up, topped off. If I could learn to speak with this last run. Nice. Well, it's good to see a familiar face in chat today. So appreciate you stopping by. I'm hoping a few more people bounce in today. It'll be nice. I should be streaming for an hour or two. Anyway, I want to get started here and get some money coming in. Show everybody, you know, it doesn't really take that much to get started here. This is just one way I'm showing today. And I'm going to do some other ways to get started. Minimal expenses besides this. But this is definitely a fun way to get started with the greenhouses because you just supply the water. Once you get everything done, you just supply water. That's your expense. And it's not much of one to begin with. Make sure nobody's coming. No, we're good. You need 49 more. You need 49 more subs before you show your ugly face. Oh, I see how it is. You want to get the subscriptions before you show your face so that if you get enough people and you lose some because they now see you, you're still okay. Yeah, see, I took the risk. I just started showing my ugly face. That way there's no expectations. You get what you get. Alright, so we are finally done with the water, guys. Okay. So basically at this point, ultimately what you have left to do is just wait for the lettuce to grow. So you want to come in here and check it out, see lettuce is growing, open up the doors. Let's close these up, don't let the heat out. And they all have some nice lettuce in them. Make sure to always close the doors behind you. And they have the 19,999 liters and sprays from above, as you can see. So we just got to wait for them to grow. So we're just going to run over here. And we're going to speed up time. Let's see what one day gives us for some lettuce. We may, 1 month, I should say. I do have this set to 1 day months because when we're starting out, we're going to need to go relatively quick. So yeah, so we're getting 236 liters per day on it. So yeah, we're definitely want to sleep through it here. We'll go 2 more and then we'll go check and see how many pallets of lettuce we have. See, this is what I'm talking about right up there. 660. You still have daily expenses. So this is why you want to make sure you got a decent bank account and you got the lettuce going so that you can make some money. Because your daily expenses, and I'll show you, there's a graph, kind of a graph, where you can see what your expenses are on a monthly basis. So as you can see, it's apparently raining right now. Oh joy. So we go in here and we can see our expenses. So each month, so this is when we started in August. So we're out $364,000. We have a $2,000 loan, $200,000 loan. So we have a loan expense every month for loan interest of $666. So we have the property maintenance, production cost, and that's why you want to go with the greenhouses, to keep your production cost low. The property maintenance, it is what it is. So you're spending give or take $1,000 a month. So for every month you're not making money, you got that bleeding out. So we want to make sure that we get some money coming in as quickly as possible so that we can start paying down this loan and get that loan paid off. That way we can minimize that expense even more. So I can see some pallets over there. Looks like each one has about 4 pallets. And I know this will hold, I believe it's 24 pallets altogether. So we're gonna speed through a few more months. Again, we want to get through the winter months for sure. So we're in December. I want to see where we're at, say around March or April. January. Again, we've got to keep an eye on the water though, guys. Don't forget about that. So you can't just like speed all the way through right straight to summer and still expect everything to be growing. So we want to check and make sure, see how our water is doing. Okay, we're down to almost 50% on the water. So this is why I say we got to keep checking it. Should be okay. Okay, so there's March, so let's go one more and let's go see what we got for lettuce. So we had enough money to carry us through the first winter. Should be right around 120, yeah, 128,000. So so let's go take a look. Looks like we got quite a few. So we got quite a few pallets here. So now what we're going to want to do is hop in the tractor, detach the water trailer, and let's go get the flatbed, which I probably should have picked up sooner, but that's alright. It is what it is. Okay, nobody's coming. We'll go pick up the flatbed and we'll get some lettuce and go sell it off. See what we can make for some money. Should be decent. Even on hard setting, it should be fairly decent. We're gonna have to see where we're gonna want to sell it to get the highest price. and I want to take a look at the chart and see if maybe we should sit on it for another month or two, or if we should sell it off.
Shut up and
We'll
sit
take a
down.
look when we get back to the farm. Okay, there we go. Got her all hooked up. Good to go. Nobody's coming. Hammer down. Almost there. Hear the wife in the background. Alright, so before we load these pallets, I gotta take a look here. We gotta change it from the liquid tank to the Euro pallet. Those are the two options, so we want to choose Euro pallet. So now all we need to do is drive up next to them and just start hitting the auto load option, and it will start loading them. As you can see, it loads them up, secure them for the moment, and move over to the next greenhouse and get them loaded up here. So this should load up either side. Alright, that one pallet's not going to drop down, so that's all we're going to get on here today, guys, is these 3 rows. Let me see if I can get a few more on here. Okay, looks like that's going to be it. So let's strap it down, and it looks like looks like this trailer is doing a little bit of a wheelie. So this is interesting. I might need to get a front weight on this, guys. Oops. I wasn't thinking about that. Okay then. Let me go ahead and oh, you're gonna bounce around. Okay, well, that's interesting. That is really interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can get myself either, yikes, a wheel weight or yeah, not a wheel weight, but a front weight on this, and I may actually turn around and make some customizations and see if I can get some wheel weights for the tractor, weigh it down some more too. So that's going to be a little interesting. Wasn't expecting that, but that's all right. so first things first, let's go ahead and get ourselves a weight. Where are they hiding? Get myself the largest weight that I can. 3.3 ton. Yeah. 3.3, let me see. 3.4. All right. So we're gonna go with the 3.4. Let's see if we can get that on the tractor. Looks like I gotta grab it from the other side. Yeah. There we go. That's got some weight on it. Nice. So now I'm gonna just run over here real quick and see if I can get some wheel weights on the back. See if I can make some customizations here. Narrow, rear, twin wheel, standard, wheel weights, wide tires, and weights. Yeah, we'll go with the wide tires and weights. There we go. It's gonna cost us a little bit, but so be it. Okay, so we should be able to now get that trailer without too much difficulty. Should have thought about that with the weight of the lettuce. That was my fault. Wonder if the trailer is still bouncing on me here. Oh, it is. It's even moved backwards. So the trailer is bouncing backwards, guys. This is even more fun than I thought it was going to be. It's poltergeist. Let me see here. Okay, now I need to go back here and do this again. Okay, there we go. So now it looks like I've actually got some traction here. All right, that's what it's supposed to look like, folks. You know, all four wheels on the ground. It's amazing when you have the weight that you're supposed to have. So, now that we got that, let's take a look and see where we can sell this lettuce. Lettuce. We want to go to, looks like the grocery mart or fast food. Fast food's right across the street. It's $2 per liter more than the grocery mart. So maybe if we can get over there quick enough, we can get it sold at the fast food restaurant before the price goes down anymore. Alright, so it should start selling off here, guys. There we go. Now we got some money coming in. So if you remember, we originally started out with something around 136,000. So the first actual harvest of lettuce, or the first actual load of lettuce, is going to give us more money than what we actually started out with. So that's encouraging. Like I said, this is going to make you some money. And this is not all of the lettuce that we actually have over at the farm. So we're going to go back over to the farm and load up some more lettuce and go back to the restaurant and sell some more. So it looks like there's only going to be one pallet here, which is fine. Strap it down real quick, run over here and get all of these pallets. Strap it down, move forward. Okay. Oh, I thought that was all of it, but apparently not. That should be all of it. So let me check and just make sure I'm not missing anything. There's nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Okay. So we'll sell off the rest of this lettuce and we'll make some more money. See if we can get up around 145,000. And again, we just need to make sure that we're adding water, which we gotta go back and do some more of right after I get this sold off. They sell a lot of burgers over here, so I can understand why they go through so much lettuce. They have really good food over here. Very nice. So we got another 6,500. So we're at 146,000. So right here on the first, not even 2 full loads of lettuce, we've made 10,000 more than what we started out with. So that right there pays for one of the greenhouses on the first load. So as you can see, we're going to make out pretty good here on the money. So what I'm going to do here is bring this trailer back around. I'm just going to park it, I guess, back here for now, or over here, so I can back up to it easily enough. Alright, so we're going to lower it down, detach, and we're going to go get some more water, guys. Again, the water is going to be free. I guess it, 10,000, I guess we could probably get a water tank here. Let me see how much it is. I don't know if I want to do this yet, but $3,000. We made 10. Yeah, we can do it. Wondering how I want to do this. not sure. I kind of want to put it near or right on top of it so that I can drive in between, just fill up. Let me do that. I'm probably setting myself up here for a little bit of failure, but hopefully I'm not. We're gonna see, folks. We're gonna see. I'm gonna pull right in here, closer. See if I can pull this off. It's not gonna let me with the tractor right there. That's okay. Get the tractor out of the way. All right, let's see how this works, chat. I'm either going to be a hero or a zero. We'll see which. So we're going to load and we're going to drop off at the same time. Okay. We're loading up and we're going to drop off at the same time. So let's see which one is which. So that one's the one filling. So it's filling up. Again, like I said, every time I fill this up, it costs $730. So we'll see what the total expense is here for filling up the water. Okay, it looks like the water is full again, which is fine. So I'm going to drive forward here, and so it cost me $1,000 on the water. That first one. So that was 182. I'm gonna see how much this cost me. I'm hoping I didn't make a mistake buying all 4 of those water tankers. out of the gate, but there is a free one out there. But again, I'm trying to not, I don't want to cheat the game. I don't want to cheat money in and all that stuff. I want to show you that you can successfully do this without cheating. So there's 730 for one full fill up. So that wasn't too bad to top that off. Okay. So we're gonna load again. And we're gonna unload. Keep it full. Just hoping I can get through there with the trailer the way I want to.
Shut up and sit down.
Okay, so it's not going to take that much to fill that. There. They're all full now. Alright. Fill up with some water. And then I can detach and we can speed up some time. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can speed up time and make some more money. So with all of the expenses that we've done so far, I want to keep going until we're either full with lettuce or we run out of water, one or the other. to 125,000. So I'm really hoping that by the time we either run out of water or run out of space for storage, that we'll have a significant amount of lettuce to sell off. And I'd like to be somewhere around 160, 170,000 to know that we're going to be making a profit in the long run. That's my goal, guys. Okay, so we still got plenty of water. Not too worried about it. I think we're going to be just fine, chat. Just fine. The one-day months definitely make it easy to work with. So we've been through the first year already. We're into October of our second year. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, see, we're only at 149,000 liters, so we're not close to being full yet. But that still is a lot of lettuce, guys. Take a look at pricing. Lettuce. Yeah, see, right now the lettuce is kind of on the low side. So the high selling point is going to be January. That's when we want to sell, is January. It's November now, so let's work our way through January. And let's sell off and see what kind of money we can make. Alright, so this is our January month. Hey Tiffany, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. How you doing today? Yeah. Give me one sec, Tiff. Yeah. Okay. Of course she was. We gotta go rescue Nana. The kids are over there. My son and daughter wanted to spend time over to Nana's, and I guess she's finally getting overwhelmed. Take a look here. Let's go ahead and get this sold off. I'm doing good, Tiffany. Thanks for asking. I'm doing really well. Gonna be saving Nana from the children here in a little bit. So, all right. So making sure it's still set on Euro pallet. It is. So we got 4 there. See if it respawns, which it should. Yep. And it should respawn again. Maybe. Yeah. Alright, so now I'm gonna grab the center here. would do this to me. I can't grab it. And I can't shake it down. I hate that when it does that. So we're going to strap that down. This trailer, yeah, this is a modded trailer. It's an auto load trailer. So it's really the only cheat that I use in this particular game. If console players can't use it, then my recommendation would be to go and get a forklift, honestly. So again, the fast food restaurant across the street is going to be, oh, Red Marble Bowling. Grocery Mart is more expensive to buy from. Okay, so we're going to go to the Grocery Mart real quick. Oh, you're doing a bunch of logging, huh? Nice. So we're going to see how this first big 1 full year of harvest is going to do. There's a lot of weight on this trailer, I can tell you that much. I can tell just by the way that it's driving. This is insane. So I'm going to back it up here and make a delivery to the grocery store. And see what kind of money we can make. Alright, so that's almost 20,000 in just the first batch of lettuce, and I'm pretty sure we can get another solid batch like that real quick. And if we can, then we absolutely have success. And that's what I'm striving for here. Whoops, ran over the cone. I'm gonna have to set that cone back up later. That cone gets me every time. So we're going to get the rest of this lettuce over here. We're going to make one more delivery to the grocery mart. Strap the, oops, you caught me off guard there, buddy. Two more spawned. Quick one. Sell everything that we can. So let's go ahead and nice, can squeeze through there, go back to the grocery mart, sell this off, and I'm hoping we can get at least above 150,000. If so, then this is absolutely going to be 100% success, which I expected it to be based on all of my past experience, and that's why I wanted to show it to you guys. But I just want to make sure that this is. Yeah, the brakes between the weights on the tractor and the weight on the trailer, it takes a little while to stop, unfortunately. She's slow going. So we're gonna hit 150. Yeah, we're good, guys. We are totally good. So there you have it. Um, you can make an absolute profit. You're not killing it, by hundreds of thousands by any means, but you can absolutely make a profit with lettuce just by adding the water. Just keep the water going, sell off every January, get a year's worth of lettuce stored up and sell it off, and you'll make money. And I'll show you the numbers here real quick. So we go back to the numbers here. We've got, all of these expenses here from the previous months between the loan and everything. And then we turn around and we make $31,414 on just lettuce. There you go. And we originally started out at $136,000 for expenses between all of the profits that we made within the first year and a half. We were able to buy the water tanks and put them by the greenhouses. We were able to fill everything, get the full year's worth of the lettuce, sell it off, and now we've got $150,000. So now that everything's in place, we just go ahead and fill up the water, let it run another solid year. Probably end up somewhere around 180, 190,000 or better. Do this for a few years, pay off the loan, save up some money, buy some equipment, and you're ready to rock and roll in the fields. And you still have the lettuce to back you up in the wintertime. So there you have it. You got success starting out with just greenhouses. Okay? Well, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to see everybody stop by. Eric, the Crazy Viking, Tiffany, Dakota, thank you all for stopping by. It was a pleasure to see everybody. And as always, this is Big E Farming. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great afternoon, guys. Take care. Bye.